Oh, I think this is mine. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Look, let me just say this. I know y'all probably still rolling in. Let me just say this. To just so people have a clarity on all of this. Um, I constantly get emails every other day. People contacting me because they're scared to say some stuff, right? I do this because one, one, it's like this. Can't nobody talk about your own like you can. Okay. Two, somebody said, well, why stay in a church if you don't like it? Why don't you just leave? Okay. So let me answer that question, which I think is a dumb question. Okay, we live in America, right? Is it? Hey y'all, good morning. Hey Ben, what's up? I ain't got my chat thing up, so y'all just post it up for me, okay? I ain't got my Cash App thing up there, but just post it. I'll probably put it in the chat. Come on, baby, come on. I'll post it up in the description thing later on. But we live. Oh shoot, we live in America, right? We live in America. Thank you, Danny. How can I pin her thing? No, I can't. We live in America. We don't like things that go on in America, but we still live here. Okay. We complain, we fuss. It just is what it is. Okay. And if we don't like if we don't like what's going on, then what we do in America, why am I getting hyped right now? What we do in America, we go to our legislative board, we go to our governmental branches, we put in complaints, we go to meetings, we do all of those things. So I am trying to understand, how is it that the church is supposed to be so different? Jeez. These people be out here just fussing and complaining, talking about why say something? Why? Like, you just leave the church. Just leave. Why? When this place is supposed to be a better place. No, I can tell you what's going on. I had this conversation this week. Matter of fact, me and Auntie Deb was talking about this yesterday. We had to go get some stuff from my aquarium. Me and Auntie Deb was talking about this yesterday. Hey, what's going on, Miss Mo? Me and Auntie Deb was talking about this yesterday. We was out there by the river. That's why y'all on Facebook, y'all saw us out there with them herons and cranes, because this thing was out there trying to eat a whole pleco. And we was like, nigga, you can't eat that pleco. Like, his hand standing out like that right there. Like, it ain't going down your throat, okay? Listen. So I'm like, what I am really coming to understand, and I'm having I'm really having an aha moment in life. What I do, okay, what I do, and so many other people that do what I do, because little do y'all know that there are white people that do this too, okay? What we do is the same thing that Jesus did. Hello, somebody? It's the same thing that Jesus did. Jesus didn't like what the Sanhedrin Council was doing. He voiced his opinion and complained to them, because like, how y'all gonna do this up in the house of God? Jesus voiced his thoughts and opinions to the Pharisees and Sadducees, the ones who was up in the church. The ones who was up in the church with the foolishness. They didn't like Jesus. They brought Jesus up on charges, all kind of things, stuff like that. So my thing is, what's the difference between me and Jesus? Oh, well, Mario, you ain't Jesus. Oh, well, babe, I'm not trying to be Jesus. I am just trying to walk in what he was doing. Hello? The Sermon on the Mount and the parables. And you know what? Who said that? Miss Barbara Brown? What you're saying, hey, Brittany, what you're saying is absolutely the truth. There is a board. There is a board. But everybody is in it for self. They care. I don't care what nobody else says. Because I'm watching how everybody moves. And I'm watching what everybody is saying. See, a lot of times, and this is just my personal thought and opinion, people are not going to do anything because they still want to go amongst the functions. I don't care about going amongst the functions no more. I don't. Because if we're not doing real ministry, then a convocation is pointless. What, we going just to shout and dance? And that's what we doing. That's what we going to do. Oh, I got to give y'all morning devotion today. So for those of you all who got the message and that are on the app, I still got to give y'all morning devotion. So I'm gonna be obedient and stick to my assignment. So if y'all are not on the app, please make sure y'all get on the app. I got to give y'all morning devotion today. Amen. Praise God. Anyways, so everybody is in it for self because it's like, they want to make sure that they can still be accepted amongst the mess. They know, and this is what I learned. They know what's going on is wrong, but they still want to be able to be accepted amongst it. They know folks in there having sex, doing all kind of things of the thing, but they still want to be, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be accepted. There's nothing wrong. But my thing is, don't ostracize me because I'm saying, hey, let's be better. Let's do things in a more excellent, more better way. Because again, I want to say a good, I can't really see y'all because of the sun, y'all, but a good majority of the people that are hurt, abused, neglected, all of those things of that nature are because of leadership and people in position. Why is it that the church has mounds and mounds and mounds of lawsuits and nothing's done? Nobody wants to talk about it. But then they want to keep avoiding the stuff. Kimberly Pollard, they want to say to the court, oh, we didn't know nothing about Kimberly Pollard's abuse. Oh, baby, y'all knew what was going on. Trust me, y'all knew what was going on. But it's unanimous to say that we didn't know, because if we say that we didn't know, then that takes us out of the responsibility of having an agent for the church that's out here doing damnable things. Because, yeah, one of y'all may not have known, but it's a few of y'all that knew what was going on because y'all was doing the same thing and y'all was cahooting together, telling each other, oh, how good that was or that was, like that, that's the way, y'all know little boys. Y'all know how I call them little boys because that's what they act like, little boys. Little boys always want to tell each other how good that candy was. Or mama fixed better snacks over here than your mama or whatever. Y'all know that's how I go. That's how I go. But I promise you this right here. I kind of realize this, and that's this. I don't personally think that you believe in God anymore. I don't. That's me. I don't think that you have fear of God anymore. And I think that the spirit of Ichabod has stepped right on up in the church. Feel me? I feel the spirit of Ichabod has crept right on. I don't even want to say crept, but it stepped right on up in the church. So what we're doing now is we're moving off of sounds, tinkering symbols, and emotions. The problem with Uncle Earl, the problem with Uncle Earl, and Uncle Earl know I love him. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've known Uncle Earl for a long time. The problem with Uncle Earl is Uncle Earl was right in the bed with the people. Now, when I say in the bed, I am saying that he knew, and and all of this stuff was, it was what it was. So now that things have happened, he's telling. When I sat down, me and Uncle Earl sat down in his house, and he began to show me all this documentation. he began to show me signed letters from different victims and different things of that nature. Uncle Earl wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He was not lying. But what made him look foolish is the fact that you've been with these people all these years. And now, because something's happened to you, now you want to say something. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds just like church folks, don't it? Hello, somebody. That sounds just like church folks. They're not going to say anything, and they're going to ostracize you. They're not going to say anything until something happens to them. Hey, Trelina. You said I must be headed where? Nah, I went to the lake yesterday, to the river yesterday, because we had to get some rocks. I just had to redo I finally got my new tank done, and so just had to get some rocks to put in there. Yeah. So that's church people for you. They won't say anything until it affects them. So now that it has affected Uncle Earl, now Uncle Earl, you know, he want to tell it all. I ain't got no problem with him telling it all. It just is what it is. We're gonna all have something that makes us look foolish. Uncle Earl, you know, he was friends and in cahoots with a whole lot of them, so that makes him look foolish. But what he said is the truth. What he said is the truth. You know, what people say, what makes me look foolish is the fact that, you know, my family has been accused and convicted of some things. So why should I talk about, oh, baby, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's my family. So just because some things have happened in my family, my life, I'm supposed to say something. You know, like that little boy last week came on my show talking all that mess. And I'm like, sir, you have a problem with me because I talked about them Clarks and them peoples. So you came on my page out of everybody that's on this platform to sit up out here and say what you really want to say to me instead of addressing everybody on this platform. But sir, I am time and a half. I am. Yes, I am. I'm time and a half for your BS. So, anyways, that's the problem. And all I've been saying is, y'all, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Because I would say that we are just maybe 1-2 steps away from a class action lawsuit, a real investigation that'll take place and shut all this down. We won class action lawsuit. One class action lawsuit, and all it takes is just people that are not afraid to stand up against the foolishness. Because I'm going to tell you something. You can say all day long, oh, this is the greatest church. Man, please, let me tell you something. The Church of God in Christ. But one thing I've learned, this is not Bishop Mason's church. This ain't Bishop Mason's church. This is not Bishop Mason's church. No. This ain't Bishop Mason's church. This is something totally different. This is something this is something totally different. You know, now you got you're picking people, you want personalities in place, and you're not picking people that's good for the seat. Y'all just want personalities. I mean, people got mad at me because of what I said about Drew. But what did I lie? Did I lie? Ben, did I lie? Trelina, did I lie? Where all my coaching people that's on here this morning? Did I lie? Or you just don't like the fact that I said it? I ain't lying. You just don't like that I said it. I said it out loud. You don't like that I said it, but it's but it's the truth. What qualifies? Oh, okay. Our church, is set up. D said I missed it. I said, is it a lie because of what I've been saying? Are people mad because I said it? You know, I mean, here's the thing. Our church, I got to move on because I'm going to hurry up. Our church is set up like the United States government. Our church. Our church is set up like the United States government, right? Hold on, y'all. Our church is set up like the United States government, okay? And because it's set up like the United States government, my question is this. My question is this. Do we elect leaders? Because that's what we did with Donald Trump. That's really what we did with Donald Duck Trump. We put somebody in office. Based upon popularity. And what was so funny about the whole thing? What was so funny about the whole thing is we put Donald Trump in there because, well, not we, but people put Donald Trump in there because they was mad that we had they was mad because we had Obama in there all that time. And so a lot of white people and Republicans were upset because it was like, oh, we want to do something different now. Okay, so you want to do something different now because you had a nigga in office all this time. Y'all gonna hit that cash out. We still working this morning. So then we sit up out here and we put some radical in there because we upset because we had this person in there all this time. So here's the thing. I'm gonna sit y'all right over here. Y'all gonna see my glory. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then we put Donald Trump in there. Donald Trump gets in there, makes an entire mess, right? Makes an entire mess. And then now, the next president has to clean up all of that foolishness, which is not out the norm because that's what every president usually has to do, clean up the mess, right? Oh, y'all want to see this? Auntie Dab! Hold on. So, y'all, this is the tank I was trying to tell y'all about, see? Ken, if you don't get off me, dude. So, anyways, y'all. Anyways, the peoples is mad. I got wind that Drew is mad and all this stuff like that. But you know what? It's okay. Because my thing is, how do you preach holiness and righteousness and y'all in all this mess together? Huh? Saints and friends? How do you preach holiness and righteousness when y'all are in cahoots and doing all the most? Like, how do you do that? I'm really trying to understand that. I want to know myself. How do you preach holiness and righteousness? How do you preach holiness? How do you preach holiness and righteousness? Hey, you too. Get somewhere and sit down. How you preach holiness and righteousness and y'all are not trying to serve the people. You not trying to help nobody, but you mad because somebody's out here telling what's going on and trying to help the people. You don't like it. Okay, I understand. I do. I understand. I really do, truly do understand. I really do. I do understand. I get it. I get it. This is not about, and I'm going to say it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is me, I don't believe that this is what Bishop Mason started this whole organization for. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Bishop Mason started this whole organization to have a whole bunch of debauchery going on. I don't believe that. You ain't gonna make me believe it. You ain't gonna make me believe it. You ain't gonna make me believe, y'all see I'm losing a little weight? You ain't gonna make me believe that. You ain't gonna make me believe that this man created this whole church, right? Did I put this in here? I did. You're not gonna make me believe that this man started this whole organization for this mess to be going on. Truth be told, the most qualified bishop on the general board with the most progressive vision. I mean, that is the truth. But see, here's the thing. Even with that being the truth, hold on. I want to say something to that. Even with that being the truth, I ain't even gonna lie. With that being the truth, the people don't want that. They don't want that man. They don't want him. They don't want Cedric Daniels. They don't want Cedric Daniels. They don't want Cedric Daniels. And then it's like, you got people in the church that's jealous of Cedric Daniels, but I'm like, Cedric Daniels is qualified. Cedric, and I'm like, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse because he's not going to be the presiding bishop. But the thing is, it's like Cedric Daniels is qualified. Y'all, they don't want progression in this church. They don't. We are but so far from us being just a little small P-nanny organization. That's where we are. That truly is where we are. We are but so far, and we're gonna be one of these little piss-anny little organizations, and folks gonna be feeling some type of way because that's just what it is. Now, like I told Moses Tyson just the other day, and that is this. I told him, I said, the problem that we're having right now is that our church and people are stuck in their ways, and they know what's going on, and they don't want to change, and they refuse to change. They are okay with debauchery going on, and then they say, oh, let's pray. Baby, you really think God is hearing your prayers? You really think God, do you honestly think the Lord is hearing your prayers and you're out here sleeping in bed with the enemy? You out here okay with the mess and foolishness that's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So when we report on these young men and young women that have been hurt, abused, and all this type of stuff in the church, and you sit out here and tell people like me, oh, you need to hush. You need to go somewhere. Oh, that's different. To everybody that's posting my Cash App and stuff, thank y'all so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, and friends. Shoot. As for what I do, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. For what I do, baby, I need 1,000 folks gonna give $100. That's what I need. 1,000 folks gonna give $100. Do like they do at the church. 1,000 folks just give $100. But the truth be told, and that is, people are okay as long. I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna get ready and go. people are okay as long as it is not them. I said a whole lot right there, and I don't think y'all really heard what I just said. I'm gonna say it again for the saints, ain'ts, and friends back there in the bike. Okay, people are okay as long as it's not them. Did y'all hear me? Saints, and friends, y'all heard me? People are okay as long as it's not them. It's Sister Julie Mae. Her daughter got raped by the bishop. It ain't my daughter. It ain't my daughter. This is me. Jesus, fix it. This is not gonna work. Did y'all hear me? I know y'all heard me. Y'all heard me because y'all looking right at me. You heard what I said? The saints, ain'ts, and friends ain't gonna feel no type of way because it is not them. They're not gonna be hurt because it's not them. They're not gonna feel no type of way because it's not them. They're not gonna be sad, upset, depressed, feeling some type because it's not them. And until the day comes that it is them, the day that comes that it is them, then it's going to be a whole problem. Then you're going to see people exiting the church. Then you're going to see people having whole fallouts. Then you're going to see people, you know what I'm saying, that want to tell, want to fight, want to shoot, want to kill, want to do all those things. That's when you're going to start seeing that is when you're going to start seeing more and more and more exposures going on because somebody has gotten tired and now their homes have been touched. Oh, let me tell you something. People like Zima Florence and all them other peoples and things and stuff. You know, he ain't gonna say nothing about Bishop. That man want to be, boy, Zima Florence want to be the presiding bishop, child. He ain't gonna say nothing about no green. He ain't gonna say nothing about no green. He want to be the presiding bishop over Florida. He don't care nothing about somebody getting hurt. He don't care nothing about somebody getting trampled over again. He don't care nothing about that. All he want to do, his 30-some-year-old self, he just want to be the bishop. That's it. He is my age, and his only concern, not for the safety or sanctity of the people, but I just want to be the bishop. Tell me where the lie is. Tell me where the lie. Tell me where the lie is. Okay? Tell me where the lie is. Now, I'm going to say this, and I am getting ready to go. And that is this. Just like Jesus, okay? Just like Jesus. Jesus went and he had a whole problem. Jesus had a whole problem with the Sanhedrin Council. Jesus had a problem with the Pharisees and Sadducees, and he spoke against them. They wanted to throw Jesus in jail because he was speaking against what they were doing. Church of God in Christ, you don't like me because I'm speaking against what is going on, and you are mad. But this ain't, don't the Bible say, because y'all love to quote scriptures, don't the Bible say that this should not be named among you? This should not be named among us? This should not be? But it is? Why is it that we got we got preachers that's sleeping with little children? It should not be. We are supposed to be set apart. Or did y'all forget about that too? We supposed to be set apart people. We don't want to be set apart. That's the thing. Don't nobody want to be set apart. They don't want to be set apart. They don't want to be set apart. They want to continue on in the mess. They want to continue on in the mess. As long as you don't call their name, they want to continue on in the mess. Don't nobody care nothing about no sanctification and holiness. Are you serious? Child, please. Sanctification and holiness? Who do that? Is that still a thing? Sanctification and holiness? Daughters of God? Is that still a thing? Jeez. I didn't even know. Girl, I ain't know, daughter. I ain't know. I ain't know we was still sanctified and holy. Honey, we do, we do what the saints, ain't and friends do. We do what all everybody else do. You want y'all so big on talking about homosexuals and lifestyles, but what you no Jives, don't say it like that. Just go and tell the truth. No, what y'all realize is some of y'all bishops are gay, baby. They've been gay. Some of y'all mothers and evangelists, baby, they've been licking coochie, and baby, that ain't nothing new. You knew this. You knew this. I knew this. We all knew this. I scream, you scream, we all scream ice cream. Okay? We knew this already. It ain't nothing new. We knew. But I tell you what, I tell you what though, let me go and drop this bomb on you today. I tell you what, while y'all sitting out here trying to get some of these preachers caught up, you better be careful. You better be careful. Yes, God, y'all better be careful and tread lightly. Y'all want to try to get Talbot Swan caught up. Y'all want to bring up Talbot Swan's name and all them things are the things. Y'all better be careful. Baby Talbot Swan. Baby Talbot Swan. Talbot Swan is the general secretary's assistant. So he's the assistant to the general secretary. You better be careful. Baby, these men are very dangerous. Very dangerous, baby. They hold the secrets of the secrets of the secrets. Ooh, y'all don't like that. But y'all sure want to expose them, though. Ooh, child, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all want to expose Joe Lyles, and y'all want to put him out here as a homosexual, and y'all want to get him thrown in jail. Baby, you better be careful. Bishop Lyles holds secrets. He holds the secrets, baby. I'm trying to tell you. See, when you get in these positions, you know the secrets of the secrets. See, and then that's why you keep your position, because you know the secrets of the secrets. Y'all don't like me today. Y'all don't like me today. That's okay. But that is what's going on. Miss Monica said, people, please find and read the Bible on your own. Pastors are playing and not doing the will of God. That's true. That's very true. Miss Monica, that is so very true. That is so true. I don't even disagree with you. Baby, you got me 100. Okay, 100. So I think I said what I need to say, and it's just the truth. The people do. I'm gonna say it like I want to say it. The people don't care nothing about you. I don't care who come on my platform and disagree with me. I said what I said. Because if you actually cared, you know what? Somebody said, well, Mario, it ain't the church, it's the people. Well, it's the people in the church. How about that? Does it make it more better? Does that make it sound better? Thanks to God, thanks to friends. Does that sound better? Whatever. Okay. Where did I have? Okay, I had that one over here. So, anyways, y'all, that's how I feel, and that's what I'm gonna stand on. It is what it is. The people that's mad, it's okay. it honestly, it is okay. You know, it is what it is. I love y'all regardless. Um, period. All right. Love y'all. Peace out. Make sure y'all hit that cash up, okay?